Something's happening here. Hold on. Woohoo!
What up?
We are back in the favorite seats in the stadium, the cheap seats.
Woo!
Through the wave. Those are the only seats that still do it.
They are the only seats that still do it. Because everybody that sits close, they're rich and they don't give a shit what's going on. That's why.
They're like, hold on, we gotta wave our arms? Nah.
Right, I can't do that. I'm only here to be cool, to be seen here. I don't give a shit about anything else.
They're like, I got my $20 beer in my hand.
And they don't even get beers. They get probably the $50 like foo-foo drink. So it looks cool in the cup. It's all like cool, fluorescent colors and shit.
Yeah. Listen, hey, we are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, X, Instagram, and now, as you could see, Roku TV, the Northeast streaming sports app. If you don't got it, get it and watch all the fun and good times on there.
Hey, props to Northeast Streaming for asking us to join. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, very much appreciated.
Yes,
now, you said you wanted to see some things today. You wanted to play around with some stuff. Let me go ahead and, huh?
What you got?
Well, you asked for it. Let me go ahead and do it.
Oh, I like it. Here it is.
Uh-oh.
Here it is.
Uh-oh. Woo! Just cook that boy out.
Listen, if you were not here last week, we talked about this hit on the punter in the Pro Bowl for, I don't know, a couple minutes. We told everybody to go watch it, and we said we're going to show it. Oh, you can't just show it once either. You got to
no, it'll replay. It'll go slow-mo here in a second.
Hey, props to the punter for actually getting back up, though.
Look, here it comes. Beep. Just laid him. Laid him straight out. Here it goes. Bam.
Goodness, I love it, dude.
Oh, man, that was...
What? Not even best Pro Bowl hit ever. One of the best hits ever that I've seen.
Yes.
The punter got back up. That's how you know back then nobody was pussies, because the punter got back up and went to the sideline. He didn't cry on the field.
No, he knew what was up.
That was sweet. I'm so glad you showed that, bro. I watched it like 5 times last week after we got off because I had to see it again.
Oh, man.
What's up, y'all? Who's here? What do you guys want to talk about?
Well, we had a couple of that message earlier on that we're waiting, but looks like we got one person in there. Who's out there? What are you doing? He might even be BK. But you tell him he can message.
You know BK's watching. You know he is.
You can get him on. He can get on his phone and he can comment on here too.
Can I just say something real quick?
Say it.
I'm just gonna get it out. Let's just get it out of the way. I was dead wrong, and KC said, I don't think so, Lamar Jackson. I just admit it. I'll admit it. I never seen that coming, that they were going to stop him. I just didn't, dude. I didn't mean to jump right into it. I just had to tell everybody that's watching that listened last week, I was wrong.
Well, listen, we can get right into it because if anything, if there was a scripted moment at all for this season, it was that game to me. Because tell me how the Ravens go 100% the other way away from their game plan. Like all season long, they ran the ball, they used their tight ends, they looked good doing it.
And they did none of that.
Literally. Likely had 2 catches for 15 yards. Andrews, 2 catches for 15 yards. Edwards ran the ball about 5 times, had 30-something yards.
Yeah, he didn't have nothing.
And then there's still that 5 rushes for 30-something yards. That's about 6 yards a carry.
No, I'm saying, like, for him, though, 37 for 5 carries is nothing. Like, he could have ran 15 times for 150 yards if he wanted to.
Yeah, they weren't giving him the ball. And if they would have kept doing it, I feel like it just blew my mind that they changed up their entire game plan.
Um, Especially if you go back and watch, dude. Now they were like, I seen some replays on Twitter, and I went back and watched a little bit of the game. So the camera angle that's like back as Baltimore has the ball and it's like looking down the field.
Yeah.
I counted at least 6 to 7 plays that Lamar threw into double coverage when there was a giant lane that you could have drove a truck through that he could have ran for 10 yards and he didn't run. Why?
Does that have to do with him trying to make sure he can do it with his arm and prove everybody? Because everybody was on his ass about being a one-dimensional dude?
But he didn't give a shit last week. He ran for 140 yards. Or the week before, you know what I'm saying.
He ran for 100 yards, yeah. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Again, that game to me was just crazy. I mean, the Chiefs defense showed up. Kelsey was catching every ball that was thrown to him because, again, the Ravens acted like, what, they didn't have to play defense on him? I mean, could have doubled him, and the game's all different.
Listen, though, we know Kelsey's going to get his touches. You know that.
Yeah.
I don't think KC's defense played like phenomenal. Baltimore's offense just, I don't know. Like you said, dude, they completely went away from the script. I expected Mark Andrews to come back, have 5 to 8 catches, dude, 60, 70 yards. He had 3 targets.
And only caught 2 of them and was 15 yards.
Yeah, I don't, none of it makes any sense. Mark Andrews and Lamar Jackson, that's his favorite target. Why? So he threw him the ball twice? I just don't understand it. None of it makes sense.
And then likely, who was his fill-in, Lamar made him look like a damn all-pro. So what happened here? Why did change happen?
Right. Now you're running with 2 great tight ends, and you only threw total like 5 passes to both of them. It doesn't make any sense, bro.
Nah, I don't know. All I know is the under did happen, like I said it would.
Over happened in the other game.
Yeah, the over, that was absolutely insane. So, all right, the Chiefs moved on during the Super Bowl.
What's that?
So the Chiefs moved on. They went to the Super Bowl. Now we go to the other side. Detroit San Fran. Detroit literally comes out and does that old school stop you in the mouth on the Niners and says, we're going to win this game. We taking you out.
Bro, that was
and the Niners said, hold up. Wait a minute. Let's put some 49er in it, and came out there and busted that ass and came back from a 17-point deficit.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That was Detroit's game. I think Detroit lost the game a little bit more than Fran won the game.
I 100% agree. 100% agree because Dan Campbell was aggressive like he has been all year long, going for it on 4th down. He didn't kick those 2 field goals. He did what he has done all year, so you can't fault him for that because it's worked all year. It has got him where he needed to be all year long.
And I don't, but damn, that's a different game, dude. You know what I'm saying? That's not, week 9 in the regular season. I get it. I'm not asking Dan Campbell to change like who he is, and you're right. He got him by the way that he coaches. But man, I feel like at some point you got to take, a half a step back and go, damn, this is the NFC Championship game. Maybe we should kick the field goal. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a different – I feel like you could still coach that way, but in the situation and in the time, you got to think a little bit more, I feel like. Dan Campbell lost that game.
Well, I can agree with that. I think maybe Ben Johnson should have been in his ear a little more, saying, hey, dude, we're in the playoffs. But I get where he was at with it because in his mind frame, he's saying, look, the more we score, more points we put up, the better we're off, because I think he already knew that the Niners could come back. The Niners could do this.
But by not kicking those, you gave points away.
Yeah, again, 100% a problem. 100% a problem. The Lions did give that away, but again, they also allowed the Niners to come back, and the Niners had to do all they did to come back. So I'm going to say this right now. First, before I say, Randy Daytona says Lamar should retire.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Randy's got the Niners in the Super Bowl. He's happy. Hold on. Let's see what he says. Lamar is going to be able to scramble less and less as years roll by. He needed that Super Bowl appearance. You know what? If he doesn't get one in the next 2 years, yes, that's pretty much the end of that whole Ravens squad.
Dude, Lamar showed me this year that he can throw the ball still. I'm not saying he's Lamar when he can't run, but that dude can throw the ball too. He showed me that this year. He does got an arm on him, dude. He can throw.
Oh, yeah, this year more than any year, he definitely showed that.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
definitely
Oh, hey,
showed that.
real quick. Would you get in Dan Campbell's ear? Look at that dude, bro. I meant to say that when you said that. Like, I'd look over at that
Yes.
and be like, you do what you want, bro.
No, I'd have walked over and I'd have just did one of those lean-ins and said, hey, 3 points is 3 points, buddy. And then just went back.
Yeah. Hey, you hired me to OC for a reason, so I think.
I mean, that's what it would have been.
I
love we got Linda.
Just...
Hi, guys, watching on Roku TV. Have a great show. Thank you, Linda. And again, we appreciate you letting us come on and join the Roku family, especially with the Man Cave podcast. Hey, this is great. The CheapSeats is now legit with the Roku TV.
Here we are, baby.
But again, the Niners, here's what I was going to say, and I haven't said it yet. I have not said it yet. Brock Purdy is on the verge of saying he could be elite.
Agreed.
What he's done the last 2 games, that drive to come back and win against Green Bay, and all he did against Detroit to get his team back in it, to win the game, to do what he needed to do, he's right there. He's right the hell there.
Yeah, I'm a little tired of the Purdy's not that good BS talk. Like, I don't know, dude. Look at the dude. The dude wins. What more do you want from anybody? He wins. His team is in the damn Super Bowl. Like, what more do you want from the dude? He's not.
I want him to lose.
You know, he's not going 2 for 4 for 20 yards. Like, the dude's throwing the ball. He's a legit QB.
Listen, anybody that's a real football fan that knows their players and knows the stuff and watches college too, you saw him at Iowa State. At Iowa State, the dude was a baller. I mean, the dude did everything with nothing. I mean, he had Breece Hall with him. That's what he had. He had one receiver. I can't even think of his name because I don't even know if he's really around anymore. The dude,
I think he's like a 7th stringer. He's probably a practice squad guy at this point, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, the dude could ball. That's the whole point. But what's Randy saying now? What do you guys think about the Bears? Any ideas where to go with the franchise? I trade the pick and Fields, start from scratch, cheap contract, and maybe get a vet QB. Ooh. He said trade the pick and Fields.
Dude, I got opinions all day on that.
Go ahead, say your piece.
You have a damn legit quarterback. You need an OC that actually knows how to work with quarterbacks. That's step 1. That's instantly. You needed some sort of offensive line for the dude. You trade that pick and you keep Fields. You take and you trade with 3, wherever. Say 3, 4, pick one of those. Somebody wants to jump Washington to get what's his name? USC. Yeah.
Caleb
Somebody
Williams.
wants to jump them. You jump back to 3 and you take Harrison. Now you got Harrison and DJ Moore. And you got more picks out of that, dude. I'm telling you, and they got some cash that they could spend. I would not trade Fields and draft Caleb. I'm not saying Caleb ain't badass, but you got a pretty damn decent QB there, bro. He just has never had an OC that could actually help him do anything. And you just now this year got him a damn wide receiver.
Yeah.
And look what he did with Moore, dude. Moore had some killer games this year, dude. I don't know. That's where I'm at.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I would trade the pick back, draft Harrison, and then with my 9th pick, I would take the O tackle from Penn State because you need to start shoring up that line. That line's got to get great because you got to get Fields time. Otherwise, he is going to run. And the thing is Fields is an amazing runner. He's like Lamar. He could run. The dude can go.
Yeah.
So you do that. You keep Fields. You get the OC. Cliff Kingsbury came in, and then now all of a sudden he's rumored to be the Raiders. Just came out today. His agent said they're pulling their consideration for the Raiders OC job now.
So now what you do is you go with a blank check and you hand it to him and go, please come to Chicago.
You bring Kingsbury in, let Kingsbury mess with Fields, get him rolling because he knows how to deal with those quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. You draft Harrison, You get more picks for that move down. You draft that tackle, build up that line still a little more. And again, your defense is there. You got a nice defensive line. Your secondary is good. You need that offensive line to be right.
And that's the thing. You have a little bit of money too to play with that defense to build up a couple maybe spots that you're not sure about. But if you trade Fields and you stay at 1, dude, I feel like you're wasting another 2-3 years because those picks build your offensive line and you have a legit NFL QB there. And you're getting possibly the best wide receiver you've ever seen in the draft. Yeah. I'm not saying he's going to be, but damn, his size and his skill set, it could be there. And you put him with more, and you bring in an OC that can help Fields, and you get like what, I don't know, 4 or 5 picks for trading number 1, 2. Man, it just makes sense to me.
Well, you're at least getting another number 1 for the next year. You're probably getting another number 2. I mean, you're going to get some stuff, and I mean, I'm doing it.
Yep.
I'm definitely doing it. Randy goes, he was saying earlier, he could definitely throw this season. He likes Fields. He doesn't know that they do. He said, yes, Harrison. And he asked right here, do you guys think the Niners will draft Jerry Rice's kid?
I think that whole it's not like the same GMs and all that. I don't know. I think if he's there, maybe draft him late. I don't think they're going to jump and draft him just because he's Jerry Rice's kid. I don't.
Jerry Rice's kid, he's good. I think there's more. I think he has a high ceiling. I think he does have a high ceiling.
Agreed.
And later in the draft, I could see that happening because again,
my
legacy. Yes,
they're not going to just jump because of Jerry Rice's kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do like that move though. Put him out there in that gold and red, and let him do his thing. And I think that would be a nice move for the Niners to do. And I know Jerry would love it.
It'd be pretty cool. Another San Fran jersey with Rice on the back of it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, see, exactly.
That'd be
back cool. It up, Binge. What's going on? What's going on? He says, good afternoon, gents. Did you watch that? What I sent you?
I watched a little bit, yes. Dude, listen, I had practice every day this week. Every day after work. Between basketball and baseball, every day we had practice, dude. It was a long week, bro. Get home, hurry up, feed him, and go to practice. Come home, go to bed, and do it again. that was my week, dude.
Well, that's all right. Life is life.
Oh, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it was like a crazy ass week, dude. Crazy.
Yeah. What was he say? Randy says, I'm down for the Niners courting Belichick at DC. Listen, Belichick isn't taking a coordinator job.
And listen,
he's never going to go down.
Second of all, San Fran don't need to mess with any of their coordinators, dude.
Well, Steve Wilkes is probably going to be gone.
But if not, you're in the Super Bowl. You just leave that shit alone unless somebody wants to leave. Like, you don't just go messing that shit up, dude.
Yep, Rice Jr. Yeah, that'd be a hell of a thing to have in Niner land. They would love it out there. Again, well, hey, when you do get time, go watch that stuff I sent you. You'll love that shit.
Oh, I plan on it. It's saved. Like I said, dude, it was just
good old back it up at the binge bites.
Done now. Basketball's done, so I'm back to one sport now. By the way,
says,
repping the Sheffield Cardinals. This is my son's team that I coach.
There you go.
Going to state this year, baby.
The Cardinals.
Let's do it. Let's go to state.
Look, Randy says Wilkes was not loved by fans this season. No. That's why they put him back up in that box to see what would happen. Or he was up in the box and they brought him down, and it helped some. But, yeah, it's wishy-washy because you think you have that amazing defense. You think it should have done more. And it probably should have, but you got to understand, just because you have all the stars doesn't make you a star team or make that team be what it's going to be. I mean, you see it in football everywhere, or even basketball. Having all the stars doesn't make your team the best team. But your defense is amazing. But Wilkes did have some issues with some stuff.
You got to gel still. Any sport. I don't give a shit if you have all the best players. If they don't gel and play well together, it doesn't matter who you got. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Look, he says, many blame him for the weak defense this year. We really fell off this year. You got to think.
I think you should be blaming some of the players that didn't seem to play the way that they probably can or should have also.
See, Randy, look, you just said it. Even though you were ranked top 5 and had 24 interceptions. Exactly. Mm-hmm. more could have been done. It's always more. You always want more.
We
The
all
thing
do.
is you got to settle. Are you going to get sacks or are you going to get interceptions? You're never going to have both because either the D line is going to get to the quarterback quick and there ain't going to be any interceptions, or they're going to make the quarterback get the rid of the ball quick and there will be interceptions. So to me, I really love your defense. I think it's going to matter big time in this Super Bowl. It will definitely matter.
Yeah, I think your Mr. Mahomes is going to see a hell of a defense.
Oh yeah, he definitely is. I mean, he didn't even see a hell of a defense with the Ravens because they didn't even they were like the Browns. They didn't show up. They didn't even play the game they should have played. It was like they went to the damn steakhouse.
I was just going to say it's like the Browns' defense against the Texans. That's exactly what Baltimore did.
Nah, it
And
was weird as hell, man. He says Ambry Thomas was trash and losing. Yeah, Hufanga, that hurt. That did hurt. That definitely hurt.
But now that is where your D coordinator comes in because he should have those backups ready to play too. Every team loses somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why you got to have people that step up. Look at the Browns secondary this year, dude. We had dudes playing their asses off that I never heard of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From all the injuries, we had like our 14th offensive lineman in there because you got good coaching.
Well, we lost Bill Callahan.
I don't want to talk about it. It makes me sad.
We lost him.
Listen, though, dude, hey, look at his age and shit, dude. That would be great to go work with your kid. Like, more power to that dude. Of course, I didn't want to lose.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah, that's what you go do.
That's badass, dude. That's really cool.
I wish Joe Thomas would come be a coach and coach up that O-line.
Listen, that dude likes to fish and hunt.
He says he has no interest in doing it. He already said it.
Nope, he don't.
He likes talking on TV, doing the Thursday night shows or whatever when he does them. Yeah, right. I don't think he even does that anymore. But
yeah, I haven't seen him. I don't know if I haven't seen him. I didn't see him this year when they switched through Prime or
Whitworth was on there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think he does that anymore. Look, Randy says.
Joe said, fuck that. I'm just going to sit at home and go fishing and play with my kids. And you know what I mean? That's the life, dude.
I guess. Niners will go O-line or corner. Listen, they should definitely go corner. Bulk up that defense some more. Get some real talent. I mean, I don't think the kid from Iowa, Cooper Dean or whatever, Cooper Jean or I don't know who Cooper whatever. The white corner.
Love it,
dude. I would love that. I mean, that'd be a hell of a pick for the Niners. I don't think he'll fall that far, but that'd be a hell of a pick.
Yeah, there's no way I think he goes that far down in the draft. He'll be gone before that. There's no way. He's too good to drop that far. If he drops that far, let me tell you what, the Niners, in my opinion, are getting a top 15 pick that late. That'd be a steal and a half, bro.
Hell yeah, it would be.
That's the Browns when they drafted Joke in like the second round. Like that dude should have been a top 10, 15 pick.
Yep. Yeah. And he goes, did you guys hear the story about how Kyle had to tell Jed York and John Lynch that Purdy was the best quarterback of the three in the beginning of last year? Listen, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that at all. Not at all. And yeah, they're not going to re-sign Chase. But no. I don't doubt that he had to say something because, I mean, he is the whisperer. He is the guru when it comes to them. And he probably had to say, hey, look, here's the deal, dude. He's Mr. Irrelevant, but he showed everything. Last year, he showed you in those last, 6 games or whatever it was?
6 or 7 games. Dude,
and then you guys went through the playoffs all the way to the NFC Championship. He showed you who he was. You just needed.
We all said it. Look at you found a gem.
Yeah. And now you could say that for sure, 100%, because he did it again. And he did it for a whole season. So now he's made believers of everybody because I even told I do a show on Thursdays with Ted and Randy. You know Ted, I said you had to I needed him to go to the Super Bowl for me to say what I said earlier. He's on the cusp of being that elite guy. Even though he's doing it with a lot of playmakers, he's still doing it. And again, Mr. Irrelevant. Dudes don't do that stuff. I mean, you had certain guys do it. Trent Dilfer's done it. Other guys that aren't talented like that have done things. But this dude is doing a lot. I mean, he had, in the second half, I think he rushed for 45 yards. He did it with his feet too to make that comeback happen.
He had to, because he did what he had to do. So 2 things real quick. One, I don't know if I just needed him to go to the Super Bowl. I needed that second half of that Detroit game. Now
Oh
you
yeah,
showed me like who you are. And second, just because you have playmakers, you still got to get those dudes the ball.
yeah.
You cannot just throw, Bob Smith down the street out there just because you have good receivers and shit. You still got to get these dudes the ball. So the only non-believer who, by the way, I would love to punch the dude in the face is Cam Newton. I can't stand that dude. You are so irrelevant, and you just keep talking and running your mouth just to continue to be like out there, and it's so annoying, dude.
He is so irrelevant talking about Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah,
Ooh.
it's just annoying. Like, leave Brock Purdy alone. He took his team to the Super Bowl, bro. Leave him alone. He's good.
Yes, he would have been in the Super Bowl last year if he didn't get hurt in that game because I think they would have won.
Dude, you had McCaffrey playing QB. I mean, come on, dude. Like, and they still almost won that game.
Yeah, they almost did. See, look, yeah, he's rushing. He don't need to rush for 100 yards. You do 50 yards and you rush when you need to. You throw the ball 350, like you said. He's one of few quarterbacks to do 350 and 50 yards in a game. I mean,
listen though, if the game calls for it and you rush for 4 yards, then that's how that game went. You don't have to have like any. You know what I mean? There shouldn't be like okay, I'd like to get 20 yards or 30, 40 yards or whatever. You got to go with how the game plays out. Like we've seen Lamar Jackson this year rush for 18 yards and throw for 360 because that's how that game plan went. You know what I'm saying? You got to go the game of how's the flow of the game going, I guess.
Well,
and that's what makes you a elite QB. And because Purdy said, "Shit, I got to run, so I'm going to take that fucking wide open lane and I'm going to go." And that makes you a great QB to me because you're reading that and you see that that's what you need to do, and he did it.
Exactly. He said Cam looks like Goofy from the Disney franchise. Listen, he sounds like Goofy.
He looks like an old lady. He looks like a little old lady with these hats. And
yeah, I remember he wore where he had the strap down, looked like a bonnet. I don't get all these new looks and what these people wear. Sometimes it's absolutely outrageous and stupid. But
bro, we could have a whole show about NBA players and the way they dress. Dude.
Oh my god, it's ridiculous.
Oh, I love it. That shit cracks me up sometimes. Like, what in the fuck are you walking into the arena wearing right now? You got MC Hammer pants on and like a fishnet shirt. And that fishnet shirt, they probably paid like $5,000 for that fishnet shirt too, dude, because it's got some cool name on it or whatever.
All right. So Niners got that win. They came back, did it. Dan Campbell had some questionable calls, whether he should be aggressive, kick field goals. Probably cost them the game, but the Niners prevailed. They came back, won it. They're on to the Super Bowl. Niners Chiefs next Sunday. What are we thinking here? What are you thinking here? Let's see. Over-under's 47.5. I know that because I looked at it earlier. And I want to say...
I think it's going to go over.
Why are you so quick to do this over shit?
Because I don't know if KC's defense is going to handle McCaffrey and Debo and Ayuk. I just don't know if they can. And listen, I'm not going to lie to you. KC's going to score because Mahomes is that good. As much as I don't like Mahomes and the Chiefs, he's going to score some points too. I can see Mahomes putting up 17, 20 points, and I see San Fran putting up, 28, 30 points.
All right, so it's 47.5, and the Niners are giving 2 points.
Those little spreads like that, dude, they don't mean nothing.
Pointless.
To me. San Fran, and I think San Fran wins this. I think Purdy is showing, and I think that Lions game helped him even. We were talking about us looking that he now looks elite. I think in his head now he went, not that he didn't believe he could do it, but yeah, dude.
Gave him that confidence.
Out of that game, it was like, bro, I got this.
Gave him that confidence.
Yep.
So what do you like? You say you like the Niners?
Yeah, definitely.
Over under. What do you think? You said over?
What would you say? 46.5?
47.5.
Man, I think it's going to be. I'll go over, but I think it's going to be right around there. I think you're going to have like that 45, 50. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be somewhere in that range.
All right. Give it a score. And we're going to do this again next week because it'll be the day before. We're doing it real quick now.
31-24.
31-24. All right, all right. Well, I'm going to go Niners. I think that defense will know how to deal with Kelsey and will actually deal with Kelsey. I think they get the pressure up the middle to force Mahomes to go to the outside and go right into Chase Young and Nick Bosa's arms. I think McCaffrey has a good game. Again, Brock Purdy's smart. He's not going to his interception ratio is ridiculous. He doesn't force the ball. He doesn't throw it unless he knows it's going to be good. Yes, his football IQ is ridiculous. It's off the charts.
Yep.
So he will not be throwing it into double coverage. So I truly believe the Niners will win that game. I think it's going to be the under. I like the
Here we
under.
go again.
I mean, KC's defense only allowing 13 points a game. They're the best defense in the second half because they don't ever really score in the second half. So to be honest, they have to do what they can in the first half, and then that's it. I mean, notice what they did in the last game. They scored 17, and then they didn't score again.
Correct. But the Chiefs also have not seen somebody like McCaffrey in the backfield.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm also remember the over-under's total of both. They can't score in the second half.
Oh no, I get it. I'm just saying I don't know. Nobody looks up and goes, "This little white dude, he ain't nothing." And then all of a sudden he's trucking you over or he's juking the shit out of you. Like McCaffrey, and I do think that that's a big thing that helps make Purdy even better.
Oh yeah, of course.
When you look behind you and you got that dude, like that's like looking behind you and Nick Chubb's gone all of a sudden. Like it's that kind of thing. Like it's almost like a security blanket. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I still think it's gonna be under. Under.
Sure. Give me the score.
Niners win. $24-20.
24-20. Close.
I actually like 21-17 better, but
so somewhere right around there, you're about the same, no?
Yeah.
You're about the same. See, and that's kind of where I'm at. Like I could see 27-17 game. Like that's why I really think those points are going to be like, you know what I mean? And obviously that's why they set it there. But I really do think it's going to be really. I think it could be 47. You know what I'm saying? 48.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be like half point, 1 point, something like that.
All right. Well, what's Randy say? Randy says conspiracy theory incoming. I do not believe that Kyle wanted to show anything when playing the Ravens in the regular season. I think he forfeited the game since we wrapped up the playoffs week 13. I mean, that could have been something, but it also was Brock throwing 3 interceptions in the first half.
That's the worst. That's the worst game I've seen Brock.
Yeah, that was the worst game ever. And I think once he did that, I think that's when Kyle conceded and said, all right, we're going to let this one roll.
We're good.
Yeah, we're going to play regular games. We're going to try different things, see what happens, do whatever we do. And yeah, they got their whole ass whipped.
I remember going, man, is Purdy like hung over? Was he at my house last night in the garage? Like, because you just don't see him, like we talked about, his IQ. You just don't see him that like reckless usually with the ball.
No, not at all. His IQ is very, very high, and he doesn't force anything. He'll dump it off and do little chip shots rather than throw it into double coverage.
Right. He'd rather punt the ball away than try to, force something in there.
Look, he said that was so un-Brock.
He kind of reminds me of Josh McCown. Like, dude wasn't the best QB, but damn was he smart when it came to like just knowing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that sort of IQ.
Yeah, his IQ where he knew what was up.
Yeah, he's gonna be around for a long time just because of that. That's gonna help him a lot. It's just his football IQ.
There you go. Randy says, reason I say that is because Christian McCaffrey was on the 2-yard line on a second down, and Kyle threw twice in a row with Sam Darnold.
Well, I mean, it's Sam Darnold. Wouldn't you throw with
And he
Sam
threw a
Darnold?
pick. I mean, hey, listen, that is true. Like I said, once the game got out of hand, he was doing all sorts of different things and trying different shit. He wasn't going to put his team in that kind of thing where they're out there getting beat up and losing like that. So he knew concede now, smart play, take the loss, and do what you do.
That's brilliant coaching.
Yeah,
Hey,
it
real
is.
quick.
It's a,
Hey,
it's a hell of a coaching move.
Sam Darnold, the only QB out of that draft class to make the Super Bowl.
Dude. Sammy Darnold threw more interceptions in the damn college than any quarterback that came out.
Hey, at least he's still in the league. I mean, Josh Rosen, everybody thought he should go number one. He ain't even in the league, is he?
I think he plays backup in Miami or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know.
I
Who
didn't
the hell
even
knows anymore? Maybe that was an old picture.
Arizona.
No, that's where he was drafted too.
I thought he was still there behind Kyler now.
Nah, he went to Miami after Arizona.
I guess it really doesn't matter, but anyway.
Yep, Sam and Baker 1 and 2. That's yeah. I mean, Baker though. Baker came back to life this year. I give mad props to Baker. Came back to life. Showed he could ball. He's ready. He's ready to play. And Josh Rosen is a weird dude. Yeah, he just looks weird.
Listen, I need to see it from Baker again. He had that one great year for us, and then he came out and kind of shit the bed at the beginning of the next season. I'm not saying Baker didn't do. He had a great year.
Yeah.
But I'm not ready to go, oh, hell yeah, Baker's a great QB. I just need to see it a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to have Mike Evans next year. What's he going to do without him?
Yep, you're going to have to fill that void, and you got Chris Godwin, so you're going to have to see what else happens. I mean, Godwin could be a number one. It's just now you're going to have another number two who's going to step up or who you're going to grab.
Right, but that's two completely different number ones.
Oh, yeah, the offense changes 100%.
Different, dude. Way different guys.
It is. It definitely is. Offense changes 100%.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Evans is that big, tall, fast guy. You just throw the ball up and say, go get it.
And go get it.
Godwin,
and he does.
Godwin's
that route runner with some speed to him.
Yeah.
He's not. Yeah. He'll get the job done, but again,
it's just different. That's what we're. You know what I mean? That's what we're saying. It's just they're both. I do believe Godwin can be a number one. I've always said that. It's just a different style of number one.
It is. It definitely is. He goes. If we had Baker 2019, probably better chance than with. You know what? Yeah, Baker probably would have brought you home a Super Bowl in that year.
Yeah, probably would have.
Oh, Tampa Bay is bringing Baker back. They're going to pay him his money. They're going to bring him back. They can't let him walk. There's no way.
What would they do if they did, though? It's not like there's a bunch of dudes floating around that you could go sign. You know what I mean? It's not like they got.
Yeah, you're not drafting.
Hell no, they're going to pay Baker.
Oh. All right. Well, we're going to move on from Super Bowl talk, all that talk. Let's go to coaching carousel because it is now complete. All the head coaches are set. Everybody's got himself a coach. What do we think about these coaching spots, though, and where they went? How do you feel about Harbaugh becoming a Charger?
Oh, dude, yeah, we kind of touched on that last week.
Kind of did. All right, so we both like it.
I think it's great for Herbert.
You know what I hate is how he came out and said that JJ McCarthy will be the first quarterback off the board.
See, now you're just stupid. Now you're just stupid.
And I mean, he's not going to be, but what are you saying? You're going to draft him at 5? Is this what you're saying? You're going to mess around? Oh, I hope that was just all flame talk and someone just made that trash up because these Michigan fans are going to go nuts. Oh, Harbaugh there, JJ. No, listen, dude, that is not going to happen. JJ's not going to go there. I could see JJ going to the Raiders or something.
You have
Seattle. I think he likes Seattle.
QB. You got fucking Justin Herbert. Come on, dude. You don't need to draft a QB.
Well, there was one Michigan guy that was saying, oh, well, they'll trade Herbert. What? What are you going to trade Herbert for when he's a great quarterback? You bring in a rookie and say, oh, well, JJ's going to do it. Well, JJ barely did it. I mean, he won a national championship, but he really didn't do anything to win that. The
Well,
run game has done a lot of his work.
Right. You're gonna trade Herbert for what? A number 2 or second round pick to draft JJ McCarthy, and I'm not saying maybe he doesn't end up being something, but come on, dude. He's 7, 8 QB going to be picked. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Maybe 5. So I don't know, but there's at least 4 or 5 ahead of him before he goes anywhere.
There's going to be 3 in the first 4 picks.
Correct, and that's what I'm saying though. Like before he even gets looked at, you got 4 or 5 QBs ahead of him.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just trash talk. Stupid.
Coach Kaki jumps up at 5 and goes, "Oh my dude!"
If he does that, that's it. The Chargers will forever not do a damn thing.
I would shit my pants.
You're almost shitting them now, but the Chargers will. Chargers will not do a damn thing. All right, so we both like the hire as long as he doesn't do something stupid.
Correct.
Now, Raheem Morris went to Atlanta. We both said that was weird.
Yes.
We didn't know. All right, whatever.
I'm having a brain fart. Where did the defensive dude just get hired? I just seen it.
Dan Quinn just went to the Skins.
Yeah,
well, the Commanders.
Brilliant, idiots. You have no offense. You're drafting a rookie QB, and you hired a fucking defensive head coach. You're stupid. That was the Commanders, dude, are the biggest mess ever.
You know what the problem is for me is why didn't you had Eric Bieniemy, offensive coordinator who's been looking to be a head coach. Why don't you just make him the head coach? Why don't you just give him a shot at head coaching?
Why is he not getting a shot?
I do not understand. Nobody's even looked at him. He's had some talk with Atlanta, then nothing.
Bro,
I don't get it.
It's so weird, dude. It's a really weird situation. I think partly this year was like, okay, Washington kind of had a shitty record, so I think maybe he kind of slid, to the side a little bit.
Yeah.
But how do you not look back and go, Sam Howell was leading the league in passing yards? That's what he did with Sam Howell. Like
midway through November.
Right. It wasn't like week 3 and he was leading. Like, no, the dude was throwing the shit out of the ball.
Yeah.
Obviously,
like Randy says, I think the Skins are just a money laundry scheme for politicians.
Randy, listen, dude. That team is it's a shit show, dude. It's just a mess.
Yeah, so that Dan Quinn hire is trash and stupid, I think. Dan Quinn wasn't a good head coach. I mean, even though they say your next head coaching job could be a good one, well, no, because we've seen McDaniels not do anything.
Correct. Listen,
Josh McDaniels does shit everywhere he goes. So let's go ahead and not say that ever again. Dan Quinn's a great defensive coordinator. Stay a defensive coordinator. That's what you are. Stay that way. You're good at that job. Do that job.
I'm not saying that Dan Quinn maybe doesn't, be a good head coach somewhere. That's just a bad situation when you don't have a QB and you should that focus there needs to go to offense. So you hire a defensive head coach. That's what blew my mind, dude.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Agree. Unless you have a great offensive coordinator and you keep the enemy or whatever to mold a young quarterback,
Listen, now that is the other side of that. That was my other thought is they basically told Dan Quinn, like, hey, you don't even touch the offense. Like that's Bieniemy's deal. You know what I mean? He's almost like a assistant head coach, but he just, Dan Quinn, keep your hands off the offense. He's got it. Maybe they have that sort of trust in Bieniemy, which I would. And
I would too.
That's why they went that route.
And I would be like, it's his call on what quarterback he wants.
Correct.
All right.
Not GM, not Dan Quinn. Bieniemy, who do you want to QB this team?
Well,
listen, I'm not even going to say 100% that Sam Howell isn't an NFL QB.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look, again, we said it. Dude was leading the league in passing yards.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he is. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he ends up being something.
Well, I mean, I think they'll draft one and then use Sam Howell maybe, but see, they benched him on and off, so I don't think they trust him. Even though whatever. All right, enough of the trash Commanders. Let's move on. All right, the Titans got their guy. We talked about him too, Brian Callahan. Great hire. Think it's going to be great for the hat. He brought his dad from Cleveland now. I think that fixes up a lot. Bill will definitely
That helps Will Levis a shit ton, bro. When you got that dude,
shit ton.
you got that dude coaching your O line now. That's huge for Will Levis. You know, Will Levis is walking around with the biggest boner, knowing that his offensive
Oh
line is
yeah,
that much better.
he is rock right now because that offensive line was the worst in the league.
Right.
Yes. He was the worst in the league last year, so you know damn well that that's gonna be a monster thing. Fix up, add a couple pieces. We agreed that was a great hire.
I don't think Callahan went with his son and before they had a conversation and he said,
No,
"Listen,
no, yeah, no,
we need to fix the O line. Like that's got to be a
that
priority."
needs to happen. And again, they talked to the Browns. The Browns allowed him to go. They said, "Yes, dude, go be with your son. We get all this."
And that's why they let him go because of that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's exactly why that all went like that. All right. Now you got Mike McDonald, the defensive coordinator from the Ravens, coaching Seattle. Young guys, like what, 36?
Yeah.
Great defensive mind. I mean, and the Seattle's defense can use a little fine tune, but they got some pieces over there. He could turn that thing back into the Legion of Boom again.
Yeah, and I don't think it would take him much time. I think you'd see it pretty quick.
Yep,
But
I
yeah,
agree. I agree.
you better make sure that you got somebody on that offensive side of the ball.
See? And I think that right there is the perfect place for JJ McCarthy. That or Penix to go right there. You got two wide receivers, DK, Lockett, if they're both there. You got Noah Fant, you got JSN, you have Little Beast. I the offense is nice. You get a quarterback plug it in. We saw what Geno did with it.
Stud, dude.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's great because now you turn to the defense and make sure that defense is solid, and that's why they brought him in. I love that hire. Absolutely love it.
Say that. That's why they hired him because their that focus needed to go that way towards defense because not saying an offense always could use fine tuning and stuff like that, but you got the pieces there, so we'll kind of put that over here. We need to go defense, and they hired the right guy.
Look at this. Randy says, crazy take incoming. I think Seattle deserved to be in the playoffs before the Lions. Look at their schedules and to tip it off, Seattle beat Detroit.
Seattle wouldn't have went as far as Detroit.
Yeah.
Randy, I love you and thanks for listening, but nah.
We'll see. Detroit won their division, so they automatically they're in.
Right.
The thing is, Seattle had an opportunity to be in. They were there at the end. Again, Packers did their job and got in at the end. You know, otherwise, I believe Seattle would have snuck in, and it would have been like that.
See, it wasn't in their hands. You know what I mean? Their play was in somebody else's hands. Unlike Jacksonville, who just shit the bed. It was their. If you win, you're in. You're not waiting for another team to lose. Like you just shit the bed.
You're right, Randy. The NFC West beating up on each other was the reason why Seattle didn't get in. I mean, they had a couple lucky breaks throughout the season. I mean, I'm going to say that Browns game was a lucky break because if we would have ran the ball, Seattle doesn't win that game. That's it. Yeah, we're not throwing a ball off somebody's helmet.
Yeah, but the AFC North beats the shit out of each other.
Oh, yeah, and three of our teams made it.
Playoffs.
Three of our teams made it. To be honest, the first time in like 90 years that a whole division had a winning record. Yeah. AFC North. But no, that West, those three teams are strong. They're coming. The Rams still look good. Seattle's getting better. The Niners are the Niners, and Arizona's just.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Arizona is just.
Hey, I'll tell you though. Listen. Kyler comes back to being Kyler. That's another strong team in that division. Now you are looking at 4 strong teams.
Well, they got to get a defense. You can name one, maybe two people off that defense. They got to get that defense right.
And
What
you
is
know
he?
what the bad part is about Arizona's defense, dude? They always sign like kind of the named people like a little over the hill.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, he's got a big name, so we'll pay
They
him
brought J.J. Watt in at the end of his career just because of his name.
that type of stuff. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
He says, I fear Rams in Seattle as a Niner fan. The NFC South was also a mess. Hey, listen, I think if anybody shouldn't have been in the playoffs, Tampa Bay shouldn't have been in the damn playoffs. Anybody.
Agreed.
But they
100%.
won the division, got in there, and they beat Philly, and they proved themselves to be legit. So, again,
I'm not buying that.
no, legit as in, hey, we beat Philly. We belong to be here.
That Philly just shit the bed, dude.
Yeah, Philly shit the bed. They should have shit the bed all season long. Again, we talked about how they were just getting ready to hand the W away every game. Mm-hmm. And everybody's saying, oh, well, they're close games. You're supposed to win close games. No, you're supposed to beat teams up. Granted, yes, there are going to be close games, but every game you can't sit there and say, oh, well, we won, so that's all that matters. No, that showed how weak your team is, and they don't belong. And them getting their ass whipped by Tampa proved to all you people that were saying that they didn't belong.
I don't disagree with you, but that whole, I don't think the AJ Brown thing, dude, bro, that was a shit show, and it happened right before the playoffs.
And he got hurt, and he didn't play that game. So that was even.
I'm talking about the whole social media and all that shit, dude. They were already kind of in a downward spiral anyway, and then you threw that on top of it. I honestly was like, they're going to lose. Tampa's going to go in and beat them because they're just like a mess right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, mentally and everything. Emotionally, they're all a mess. But he says the Hurts contract was a fleece job by Jalen's agent. Listen, it definitely was. Hurts got paid a lot of money that I don't think he was worth. I mean, he's a good quarterback, but I think he still needed to prove what it was. Because look, he got his money and he just went straight to nothing. I mean, he was in the Pro Bowl, but again, I feel like you have so many weapons. I mean, AJ Brown was averaging 125 yards a game the first 5 weeks. Then all of a sudden you went away from him for some reason. And he was gone. And that's where the rift really started between them all. Like, hey, I'm here. Why aren't you using me? Because then later on in the year, in December, same thing. He was like, dude, I'm here. Use me. And
yeah, but shut your fucking mouth and just do your job. The wide receiver diva shit, dude, I can't stand it. I hate it.
Yeah.
I do. I can't stand it. I just think it's a mess. I think you're getting paid to do a job. If you catch 2 passes this game, so be it, and shut the fuck up. Like, that's what you got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I understand maybe a little private conversation, like, hey, dude, I was open on this player. You know what I mean? You have those conversations. Yeah. You do not take that shit out into the public and put it on social media, and I think that makes you a giant douchebag.
I agree. It does make him look like that. It makes you look like a Terrell Owens, Antonio Brown type, and you don't need to be on that level because look at what's going on with them and how they were kind of blackballed in a sense for some of that stuff. Randy goes trade Dak.
Ocho Cinco. In that same level.
He said trade Dak. Listen, Dak will not be traded even if they wanted to. The red tape that's wrapped around him on the no trade clause, no franchise tag clause, none of this shit will make other teams not want to look at him, whether or not they can get past a no trade clause. You can't franchise tag him, so that means you're literally getting a rental for 1 year. Like, it's legit 1 year unless you convince him to stay after that. Hey, they're going to ride and die with. They're going to ride and die with Dak and McCarthy.
That was a brilliant contract. When you work that type of stuff,
yep,
that's BK, everybody. BK in the cheap seats. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Cool. That's awesome. His buddy's watching us at his house too. He had to tell me.
There we go. Get them all watching.
His buddy Iden plays. That's my catcher for my baseball team. What up, big dog? Hey, best catcher in the league.
Hell yeah. Look, CD was their best player. Yes, the Cowboys. Hey, right here. And they need to go after Henry at running back. 100,000% agree with that.
That is
Henry,
a great take.
listen, there is 2 teams that need to go after Henry. The Cowboys, and God, I hate saying this one.
Cleveland.
No.
I think you need him until Chubb's healthy.
Chubb will be healthy 3 weeks in. We don't need him.
Ford's not the answer.
He could be good enough to carry us for 3 weeks.
If
He was good enough all year long.
If Deshaun plays.
He was good enough all year long.
Yeah, my issue with that, I'm sorry to change the subject real quick. My issue with that was the 38 yards rushing is shit. Cool, you had 72 yards receiving, but I need you to run the ball. You know what I mean?
If they hand him the ball.
I don't know.
How many yards rushing he had?
We'll get back to that.
He had like 800 yards rushing.
Because our offensive line is the shit. And we had
But still 800 yards rushing from really not being handed the ball. Look, I'm going to look at those stats. We'll come back to that. All right. Baltimore Ravens are the other team.
Yeah, they could use him back. Because I got to tell you, dude, and I hate to say it, man, because I love J.K. Dobbins, and I think he is a stud running back. But, man,
not no more.
He's so unlucky with the injuries, you know? Could you imagine Lamar Jackson with Derrick Henry behind him? Or anybody. It doesn't have to be Henry.
A true running back one? Oh, man. True RB1. Listen, they got Mitchell, the young buck, that got hurt. So you get Derrick Henry and put Mitchell behind him. Mm-hmm. Dude, that's a sick one, too.
And that's why I think that is the best move for Dallas, because now Pollard becomes Pollard again.
Yes, he goes back to being the 2, the pass catching back, the one that doesn't have to shoulder, because that's the problem. He shouldered all that pressure. Thought he had to do things that he knows he can't do, and he tried to, and he couldn't do it. He literally had 1,007 yards. He had one 100-yard game. One 100-yard game.
Hey, listen, that's also on hugely on coaching.
That definitely is.
You're putting him in situations that you should not be putting him in. I remember watching a game and 5 runs in a row up the middle. Bro, he outside, like that's his style. You know what I mean? And now the dude feels like shit. His head's down because 5 carries for, 3 yards, because you're running him up the middle into the big boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
Derrick Henry getting towards, getting older. He ain't gonna go out there and get you. He's not gonna have 30 carries every game anymore. That's why you put him on a team, like you said, Mitchell behind him in Baltimore. You got somebody behind you like Pollard, bro. That's that, and that revives Henry's career for maybe a couple extra years when you got somebody behind you like that.
And you use the dual quarterback system to the damn T. Because again, Henry will get you that downhill running, and you let the other 2 finesse, because Henry's not a go out there and catch it guy. He's not going to go catch the ball. He's not a LaDainian Tomlinson. He's not an Eckler. He's not that type of guy.
Hey,
he's not a Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard is more of a Eckler type of dude. He'll go out there and catch the ball and have 100 yards receiving in a sense. Let him be that, and let Henry do the dog work.
Yeah. Hey, Derrick Henry and Pollard would be all star and work done. A little thunder and lightning, baby.
Exactly. And what does he say? Should Dallas use Trey Lance as a Taysom type, or will he be dropped? No, listen, I'm telling you right now, Jerry Jones likes Trey Lance. There's a reason why he traded for him. He knows what Dak is, and now if Dak isn't up to par, or if something doesn't happen this season, I guarantee you'll see Trey Lance. This next coming season, you'll see Trey Lance play. And I think he wants Trey Lance to sit and learn.
Trey Lance's first start will be round 1 of the playoffs, because Dak can't play.
The lights aren't on for him.
Use Dak to throw his, 5,000 yards and, 40 touchdowns in the regular season. And then when you hit the playoffs, bring in your backup QB.
Bring in your backup quarterback. Listen, I think the Cowboys should keep Lance. I think he should learn from Dak, because Dak can play the game. It just, when the lights come on, it just doesn't happen.
He gets blinded.
Yeah, it's like, now I'm not talking about like Kirk Cousins. He doesn't play in prime time. When those lights come on, he's like a cockroach and scatters. I'm talking about literally the lights of it being the playoff time. But Trey Lance, if he sits there, he watches Dak, he learns more. I think Trey Lance could be a good quarterback. I think he can be a serviceable quarterback. He's not going to be some elite dude. I think he'll be just a good quarterback, and Dallas will finally be able to say, we don't have to sit here and put all the pressure on our quarterback.
Right.
He can get the ball to CD. They need another wide receiver too, so maybe they go after some of these guys. Mike Evans.
I agree.
He's a
100%.
Texas boy. He's from Texas. Mike Williams from the Chargers. Calvin Ridley. Pittman from Indy.
You're definitely going to see Dallas in the mix for one of these free agent wide receivers, without a doubt, dude.
You get that. You get because Braden Cooks isn't it. So you get that.
He was it 5 years ago.
Yeah, yeah. When he was on the Texans and Watson was throwing on the ball, yes, he was a dog.
Hey,
he was there when he was with Drew Brees in New Orleans.
He's a hell of a number 3 in Dallas.
Oh yeah, if you want to keep him there, he could be that 3. You bring in, like I said, if you don't want to pay top dollar, all right, cool. Even if you bring in Hollywood Brown, who I would love to come to the Browns. Hollywood Brown, and you put him out there and let him be your straight shooter and let CD do all the other work, I think you're straight.
I agree.
But I would love Hollywood Brown. Like, see, everyone wants T. Higgins. Everyone says T. Higgins. I like T. Higgins. My problem is that bag we're going to have to give him is going to be huge. Now, what if we could pay 2 receivers for that one bag? You get Calvin Ridley on a good 2-year deal, some good money, and you get Hollywood Brown on a good deal and bring him in for a couple years, and you have those 2 and Amari.
Well, see, I would be fine with 1. I think the problem with bringing Higgins is you have now the exact receivers in Cooper and Higgins. You don't have – if you bring Higgins here, like Amari Cooper.
I'm not talking about Higgins.
T. Higgins.
Oh, you talking about T, yeah.
I'm saying if you were to bring him here, you have 2 guys that are the same. I would rather bring in a Hollywood Brown or a Ridley, bring that speed in here, right? Now you have like the guy that can I just want you to go this route. Just go this play. Just run.
Listen, you could, for the bag you got to give Higgins, you could bring both those guys in.
Yes, but I would rather bring one in and please get a linebacker.
Oh, I think we still get a linebacker because if say you give Ridley the money, you give him maybe $8 million a year for 2 years. So you, 16 million for 2 years, something like that. Maybe 2 years for 19 or something like that.
I don't think he's going to be that cheap. I think just because you're a receiver now, I think you get a little more. I think you're probably looking at 10 to 12. I bet you. I
think 10 to 12 is what the guys get now. The big names.
Oh no, I bet you Higgins is 12 to 14.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying. That's why I don't think it's going to be Ridley's going to be that high.
Right. I agree. I think you could get Ridley definitely cheaper than that. I agree.
But that's what I'm saying. A 2-year contract. All right, let's go 9. 9 mil. That's 18 million for 2 years. And then you bring in Hollywood Brown, and you could sign him for a decent, $4 or $5 million a year. Give him another 10.
He ain't getting much, dude, because that dude can't stay healthy either. So he's got to sign somewhere for a year or 2 just to prove that he could do it and play.
You do that, and we go after a middle linebacker. Huh? I don't know. I think
you wouldn't bring Anthony Walker back?
No.
Really? I like Walker.
I do too, but he's hurt. Every year he's hurt somewhere through the season. He's been hurt the last 2 years.
Yeah, and
I think it's time to let him ride in the sunset.
He's a stud.
I think Taki's great.
Like forget that. I can't stand that dude.
I listen. I think he's a great backup and great special teams player, but I'm not going to trust him to be starting linebacking.
No.
If we need to fill him in or we change up the coverage and he goes out there, that's fine because I think he can do that. Every down back, no.
Oh, absolutely not. He ain't it.
No, that's why I would love to go after dude. I would love to have a Patrick Queen, even though we're not going to get like him from Baltimore, but I would love somebody like that.
Yeah.
That one that's going to bust your ass. I mean, Joe bust your ass, but he's speed and he can be back there. I want that dude. They're scared to go over the middle.
Yes. Yes.
That's what I want. We don't have that.
No, nobody that plays this is afraid of anybody hit wise. I'm not talking to D line, talking backers, safeties. We do not have
Well,
that hard hitter.
safety wise, I think we have more hard hitting than the linebacking core,
I'm
besides
not
Joe.
saying they don't, but I just don't think there's any fear against the Browns to go over the middle.
Yeah,
There's
that's
no.
why we need that one linebacker that'll just pop your ass.
We need Sean Taylor laying out the punter.
Let's show it again.
And watch it again.
And hold on, let's roll film.
We can.
Let's see what we got here. Let's see what this one is. I don't even know what this is. This is just a great hit. Let's play it. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Who is this?
It's going to be fantastic. Is that Phillip Rivers throwing the ball?
Oh my God! Someone just died. That's Ohio State.
Oh
my God!
Holy
against Auburn. Holy! Is that Ohio?
Shit. Is that
God.
number 7? Was that Chris Gamble?
Who is that? Is that Dumas? Yeah, that was Dumas.
It is.
Holy Zach Dumas.
Holy
now that was a Gamble back then in '89. Damn.
No, I just seen the 7. I didn't know what year it was.
Look at that frame. Look at this. He's like, what? Catch it. Bloop.
Hey, you know what was great? No flag came out.
Oh my God. Holy shit. That dude he's done.
Hey, there's football. That's football right there.
He's done. What's this?
That's football.
What is this? High school?
I don't know. It looks like fucking Pee-wee. It does. They look like little kids.
Look at this. What's going on here? Let's see a good hit. Oh, shit.
Oh, my God, bro.
He didn't even have the ball.
That kid walked to his mom and said, I am never playing football again.
No, I am done. I am absolutely done playing.
Wow.
Holy. Wow, that was insane.
Wow.
Oh my God, that was absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
Hey, can we shift for a minute and talk about the fact that Mr. DG and Mr. Mobley's back?
Yeah, we could definitely go to the basketball. That's where we needed to head anyways, because football's all right, hold on. Let's do one last football thing.
You're good.
Pro Bowl. You watch or no? Big no. Listen, I put a poll up on TikTok, asked about it. It was close. I got to be honest. It was close when I asked, are you going to watch it or no? It was like 53% to 47%. No.
You know why? Do you know why? Because it's fucking football, and we know that we're almost done, and we got to wait a damn year to watch it.
Yeah. All right.
There's nothing else on.
Flag football Pro Bowl. Yep, Randy. That is what's going to happen Sunday. Tomorrow at 3:00, you got your flag football game. And again, like you said earlier, it will be in the Olympics, so they're testing it out now. All right, well, choosing what all-star game do you watch more or would you watch more?
Baseball.
Yeah, you're a baseball fan, so that's your thing.
But you can't play baseball less. Like the NBA, they don't play defense in the all-star game.
Is the difference.
But
overall, say overall weekend. Judge the whole weekend. The whole weekend of stuff.
Home run derby's the shit, dude.
Yep.
It is. It draws the most fucking attention. You know what I mean? You see, like, Rodriguez went out there and hit, like, fucking 782 home runs in the first round. And then you go to the All-Star game and they're actually playing baseball.
Listen, if I could take the NBA All-Star game back in the day where they played defense and the slam dunk contest was actually legit,
I would agree with you.
I would take that.
And even the 3-point, when you actually had like...
Yeah, but you had guys out there like Larry Bird shooting with warm-ups on. I mean, Jesus.
You had people that like names brought attention to the dunk, to the 3-point. Bro, who the fuck are these dudes that even do it anymore? You know what I mean?
They're the guys with the most dunks or something. You see, that's the problem. You want guys that do crazy dunks or can do the big dunks, not this. We're going to do the same shit every year over and over again that someone else did already last year. Like, that's the problem.
I think the dunks are okay. I don't think that they're not like. I think the
They're
dunks
not
are
that they're
cool.
horrible. It's just, come on, man.
But it
Listen.
doesn't matter because the problem is nobody's going to fucking turn it on to see those dunks because they have no idea of any of the names that's in it.
Yeah, name recognition is a problem.
That's why I want to go back. If you went back, I would take NBA All-Star Weekend in a heartbeat over MLB.
Look, Randy says, I love the Derby, but they have to put some dishes out there or some glassware for them to break targets or something for extra prizes. That would be funny as hell. Look, I love the dunk contest in 92, but now it's like I've seen every dunk.
Well, there's only so many fucking dunks you can do. Right? I mean, there's only so much to do.
There is, but I mean, again, I
would rather see Jason Tatum doing the same windmill that I've seen for the last 5 years than I would Bob Smith, who is in the G League. That would bring people just to watch it because somebody with a fucking name is in that. I want to see Steph Curry win the 3-point contest. I don't want to see Will Neighbors, who you've never heard of, win the 3-point contest. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say. I think that.
I mean, no, I got no. Look, the 3-point contest, I got no problem with. I don't care who it is, because if that dude that's a no-namer outshoots a Steph Curry, then that says a lot.
But you'll never.
I'm okay with that.
But you just want. I don't know. I want to see named dudes out
there. I get name recognition. You want that. You want the big names. But I'll tell you right now, if that dude's hitting more threes like Sam Merrill off the Cavs, dude's lighting this shit up.
But at least he plays. You know who he is. These dudes that are.
Well, yeah, we know. I don't know if the rest of this world knows.
But he plays. These dudes that you see in these contests now,
some of them don't play. They don't got major minutes. Yeah.
That's my point. They don't even touch the court. You know what I'm saying? Can you at least put people in the dunk and 3-point that actually touch the court?
You know what they need to do for the dunk contest? They need to get like legit dunkers and have them be involved.
Yes.
Like legit dunkers, like that one dude. I can't even pronounce his name. Dude's sick. He made Gary Payton and Glenn Rice just be like amazed by this. Gary Payton couldn't. He's like, "Oh, you want me to do this? Yeah, right. He ain't gonna do it." And he just dunked right on his. He's like, "What?"
The white dude.
Yes, that dude's sick. Like Charles Barkley and all them judged all these dunkers one time. That's a dunk contest we should have. Legit dunkers like that. Do that. If the NBA players, if the real players don't want to do it no more, screw it. Bring these dunkers out and give us a real show.
Yeah, then we don't want you in here. We don't want you to do it then. You don't want to do it?
Yeah, give us a real show then.
Yeah, bring in that YouTube dude that can dunk shit out the ball.
Yes.
I'm with you.
All right.
Anyway, I'm going MLB right now. We're not talking about past. Right now, MLB is the best All-Star weekend.
I'm going WNBA.
I like WNBA though.
I do too. I'm not making fun of it. It's just I'm making fun of the others because the others are sucking and they can't get their shit together.
In those contests, like where they pass the ball and dribble. I can't think of the word.
Oh, the skill competition is great.
Skills competition. The stars are out at WNBA All-Star Weekend. You know what I mean? The big name ladies are there.
Like I could deal with the skills competition for the men, and I don't see why there's 7-footers doing it.
Yeah, Mobley.
Yeah, I don't get why they're doing it all. God, something's going on with this damn mic. But I mean, I definitely am cool with it.
Do you watch the MLB All-Star game?
Yeah. I'm all for the MLB. Like that's my choice too.
Yeah, because you have
I'm with you on that.
You have to play.
Yeah, you can't fake. Oh, we're not going to play defense. Well, then I guess nobody's ever going to get up to bat but the other team.
Yeah, I can't hit less because I don't feel like hitting. You still got to hit, you know?
Listen, what Randy says, I like the dodgeball and QB challenge. I want to see if the NFL players do the American Gladiators final obstacle course. Listen, that'd be crazy too.
I do like the QB challenge. I think that's cool.
I think they need to bring back legends that are retired that still think they got it and put them in the whole mix.
We talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about that before. That'd be a great thing. An obstacle course would be crazy too. Like the gladiators got to go through kind of a gauntlet, throwing the ball, running through stuff. They did that before where you had different players having to catch certain stuff, move on. They did that before, and that was great. They
It was
did
like
that. They
1
were in
year.
Hawaii when they did that still.
Yeah, it was like 1 year though, and then it went away.
Yes, and that was amazing. It was like a team challenge, and they did it, and it was great.
Yep.
That was great. They need to bring that back. All
Yep.
right. So we're both on the baseball. Baseball's the best all-star thing right now. You were talking Cavs. You
Baseball's the
said,
best sport, brother. Baseball's the best sport.
well, I don't agree there, but
Of course you don't.
it's a great sport, but not the best. But you started talking Cavs. Darius Garland, Evan Mobley returned. No,
I'm more excited that DG's back. I really, I'm not saying that, I'm happy Mobley's back, but man, putting DG back on the court, that's huge, dude.
Oh, please say I didn't just end that. But yeah,
What are you doing over there? What are you doing over there, bro?
Trying to make sure something didn't just go wrong, but I think we lost our Instagram.
Oh no! Right in the middle of the cheap seats.
Oh, I think that might have been my fault.
We're only in like this, bottom of the sixth, top of the seventh inning, bro.
That might have been my fault, though. Let me see.
Hey,
No, we're still live. All right.
Hey,
I just checked. We're good to go.
Hey, Chief Seat fans, you have to give me like 2 seconds, dude. My son's yelling for me, so give me a minute, all right?
Yeah, go do your thing. I got it.
My bad, brother. I'll be right back.
Don't say bye. Go do your thing.
I'll be right back.
Randy goes, there was a show like that for a while. The Rock hosted it. I can imagine. I think people were getting hurt, and what happened to American Gladiator show too. Yes, I agree, Randy. I agree. And he says that's why they want. I don't want the flag football. Listen, I get the flag football. They want to do the Olympics, fine. But the Pro Bowl's the Pro Bowl. Like we showed earlier at the beginning of the show, you saw Sean Taylor lay out a punter back in the day. They were wearing red and blue jerseys, signified the AFC and the NFC. You played defense. The game meant something. And now it means absolutely nothing to nobody. Why even go? What is the point for half these players to go? Big name players don't want to go because what's the point? It's in Orlando. Everybody goes to Orlando whenever the hell they want. Put it back in Hawaii. Make it a family vacation. Make it to where it's worth something. Make it happen. I mean, do it. What I would do it after the Super Bowl. I get you. You want to have this bye week right here in between the Super Bowl? Great, do that. So you just don't have football for a week. Do the Pro Bowl after the Super Bowl. That way players who are in the Super Bowl can actually play in it and actually have a game. Make it fun. This isn't something that, oh, well, you go to the Pro Bowl, great, so I get to go run around and grab a flag off somebody's ass. This has gotten ridiculous. It's damn well gotten ridiculous. Look, it's crazy that they do it during the playoffs and Super Bowl because that's the players who are going to have to be the playoffs, and they want exactly. Players don't get to go because they're in the playoffs or they're going to the Super Bowl, and they don't want to get hurt for those reasons. That's a huge issue. Huge issue. Hey man, you need to put a light on back there behind you or something. But seriously, that's a huge issue.
My bad. Sorry, y'all. Crisis averted.
All right. So back to the Cavs. Darius Garland, Evan Mobley returned. Garland's been playing great. They've still been winning. They've been against crap teams, but they've been pulling it out in the end. Mobley played one of the games. He was 10 points, 9 rebounds. He only played 17 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, they got him on that 20-minute
restriction.
Yeah,
he's on restriction,
which is fine, and as well as they should be for a little bit. Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you, dude. I was really nervous when they came back that it was gonna just kind of jack everything up, and you know what I mean. Like you might see the team do this for a couple games before they figured it out. But listen, I don't care how you beat Detroit.
Yeah.
You got to beat those teams, and it is your one or first or second game back. Like it will take a minute to get back adjusted and stuff. But the fact that they keep winning, That's huge. That was huge for me to see that.
Well, again, 30-16 now. Yeah, you had to come back and beat Detroit. The other night, who they play, and they barely beat. Why can't I remember? I watched the damn game.
So did I.
God, who the hell was it? Memphis.
Yeah,
Memphis didn't have no Ja Morant. Half their players only averaged 8, maybe 10 points. But those teams are the ones that are going to be the hardest to beat because they have absolutely nothing to lose. Nothing.
Hey, and
Nothing.
by the way, that's why we're friends, because we always think alike, dude. Those are the worst teams to play when they do not
Yep.
have their star, because they go out and those dudes that don't see the court, they play their
All of
ass
them.
off, bro.
Dude, they do everything they can. And again, you're the team that's worried about losing to that team. Like, oh man, we can't be the team to lose them. We can't do it. It just can't happen.
You're playing nervous because you're scared to lose to that team.
Now, what's going on, Red Jet? But yes, and
you know what I'm saying? You're playing scared because you're scared to lose to them.
Oh, Randy, hey, we appreciate you for stopping by, joining the conversation, being a part of the show. You're always welcome here at the Cheap Seats. Again, salute to you, Randy.
Anytime, Randy. Thanks, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Oh, you saying about it, Red Jet? Hey, yeah, they're both Niner fans, so they come from a whole nother.
Jeez.
It's all right though. I brought they like the Big Mike. They came, they followed me from another show, and I love it because I'm here to entertain. I'm here to talk sports, and they know what it is. I have no bias towards anything. I just tell you what the hell's up.
Oh, listen, dude. Hey, more power to you. I don't care who you like. I'm gonna razz you a little bit. But yeah, we all friends in the cheap seats, baby.
That's right. Everybody, we're all friends. We always gonna be friends. Lifelong.
That's right. That's right. Hey, once you're a friend of the cheap seats, you're always a friend of the cheap seats.
That's right. Always.
That's how it goes, right?
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? Guess what? Baseball, you got catchers and pitchers report this month, baby.
Look at this, catchers and pitchers.
Woo!
Beer Cave's happy.
Oh,
He's our residential baseball guy. Very happy.
Love it. Yeah, dude, I'm super stoked, man. I ain't super stoked about the Indians, but super stoked about baseball in general.
Well, we were talking. Maybe we'll do a fantasy baseball league or something.
Hey, anybody right now, anybody interested, let us know. We could just do, $20, something like that. Something fun. A couple bucks goes to the winner. It'd be fun. It's a fun time.
Maybe I can get Jay involved. He doesn't do baseball, but maybe he'll do, even though it's every day, it'll help him learn baseball a little more. Maybe he'll do that.
Listen, here's the thing though with fantasy baseball. You could set your lineup Sunday for the whole week. That way, in case you don't think about it, you can set your lineup for the whole week.
Oh yeah, you can.
I mean,
you would just have to do all the days ahead.
But that's what I'm saying, though. But for $20, dude, if you forget one day, it's kind of like, dude, it was $20. It's a long season. It's fun, kind of. And people out there, it gets you to know the game.
Yeah.
Differently than like, oh yeah, I know Trout and I know Aaron Judge. You start to learn the game a little bit more when you're doing fantasy baseball. You got to know. The third baseman on the Pittsburgh Pirates that you might not know. You know what I'm saying? You got to start to learn stuff like that. It helps if you're interested in learning more about a sport, doing fantasy of any sport, basketball, baseball, football. It really, kind of delves you more into learning that sport.
Hey, seriously, you got a light?
Yeah. Is it dark?
Yeah, it's dark as shit.
Well, that's because the sun's going down now, brother.
There you go. There's a little bit of a light.
I got you. Hang on.
But yeah, so maybe we'll get something like that going.
It'd be fun.
Yeah, there you go.
Get a couple fans in there. That's what I was saying. Hey,
yeah, bring the fans involved. Whoever wants to play some fantasy baseball, it'd be great.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll set everything up.
All right. Look at that baseball talk.
Be a good time.
Red Jet says, homeboy's in the dark side. He had to bring him.
Always.
I had to bring him to the light.
It still gets me how like quick it turns dark. I don't, you still don't think about it. Like 1 minute the sun's shining, it's like you look back 30 seconds later and it's like pitch black outside.
Oh, I'm waiting for it because in about 30 minutes it'll be dark, even though it's sun shining like no other right now.
Yep. That's how it goes right now. That's how it goes.
All right. Well,
my dude.
So baseball's coming. You have the NBA All-Star game, which I hate in a sense because now all these players are going to start slowing down.
How long we got? A couple weeks for NBA All-Star weekend?
3?
Is it 3? I was thinking 2 to 4. I knew it was somewhere like kind of around there.
It's like not the week after the Super Bowl. It's 2 weeks after the Super Bowl.
Okay, so you got about 3 weeks then. Okay. I knew it was coming. I just wasn't sure
Yeah.
it was.
Red just says.
I think now's the time. Unfortunately, you start to see some of the stars go, "Oh man, my knee's sore." You know what I mean? Just to sit out a game or whatever.
So it's legit. The February 18th, she says. So it's the week after.
Shit. So it's only 2 weeks away.
Yeah. So all right. So what's going to happen is you have the Super Bowl, then NBA stops for that week. Because I think they stop their last games like Tuesday. They do the last games Tuesday. They're off the rest of that week until like the following Wednesday or some shit.
Yeah, bro, and it sucks ass because there's nothing.
Yeah, that is that weird space where there is legit no sports. Football just ended. That's done. Basketball's on hiatus. You might have a golf tournament you could watch.
You got
USFL doesn't start until UFL doesn't start until March, I believe. So there's no football on that.
You got college basketball. You do got NHL. I like hockey.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, I'm going to have a residential hockey guy that I talked to today. He's going to just start joining our show, the Cheap Seats, and Sports Madness, the Man Cave, when we do need him.
I like it.
But look, yeah, even hockey, because hockey's All-Star weekend comes up next. Is it this?
By the way,
hockey's this weekend.
That's another one that's pretty good. I do like NHL All-Star weekend. It's pretty good, dude.
Listen, this is the first year they drafted their own team in a while. He says the U.S. That just says U.S. or UFL starts March 30th.
Shit, that's next month.
Damn, that's they waited a long time. I thought they would have started maybe at the beginning of it.
Yeah, like the end of this month.
Yeah, not even that. It's the first week of March. Give it a couple weeks in between, and then start it. That way you can kind of get all the fans that just now starting to cry. No football, and then all of a sudden football, and they start liking your stuff.
Right, even though you don't give a shit, you don't know any of the people, but guess what? You gonna watch it because it's football.
Hey, I watched it. I learned some of the players. I was watching it. I watched the XFL and the USFL last year. Now they combined. Now it's one. That's why it's called the UFL now. So, I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good for the whole everything.
Listen, I don't give a shit. It's football that I get to watch when there's no football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Watch it. Sweet.
Well, what sucks is they're going to start right around the time that opening day is. Because opening day is when?
End of April. End of
what?
April, March.
It's a when?
End of April, beginning of March.
Beginning of May, you mean?
Yeah, May. Sorry, my bad. Yeah.
Why is it that? I thought it was always at the end of March, beginning of April.
Maybe you're right.
The draft is at the end of April.
There you go.
There's no.
That's not bad. I got them mixed up.
I'm about to say, hold the hell on. Baseball's pushing a whole month.
No. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I would say opening day's got to be at the end of March or first week of April.
It is. It's when it's shitty rainy season. That's when it is.
Hey, you don't know if snow's going to happen and you have to play in a different stadium.
Yeah, you go to Indians opening day and it's fucking 22 degrees.
Yeah.
Do they play? See, so it doesn't tell you either if this is still like spring training games or if this is the season.
Here, let's take a look. See.
This has to be. I would assume this is the season. What up, Big Don?
Hello.
Big Mike, my dude. Big Don's here.
What, Mike?
What's going on?
You guys kind of look like you remind me of each other.
Isn't it against the White Sox? Oh yeah, that's
See?
crazy.
A little bit
There it
gray
is.
in there, you know. It's all good.
Y'all shut up with your gray. Look at this. Look at
Yeah, you're so
My gray's all right. I got the salt and pepper. Look,
Love it.
Red Jet says, "Do you guys remember the Alliance of American Football that Heinz Ward started?" Yes.
Sure do.
Sure don't want to.
All like 1 week of it.
Sure don't want to remember it.
You got that right.
Hey, I think April 8th, opening day for the Tribe. Because I think we open against the White Sox, don't we?
April 8th? That seems late, dude.
It does seem late, but the home game before that is
No, see, there's no way because they
we
have
play the Brewers on March. The Rangers, the 22nd.
April 1st, we play the Mariners. I don't know if that's.
That's in Seattle, though. I'm talking about home opening day for us.
You're talking about opening day here. My bad. I thought you were talking about just opening day of the season.
I mean, opening day in general is probably at the beginning of that week. It's probably April 1st.
I think it's usually like.
Or March 28th. March 28th, maybe.
I was just going to say, it's usually like March 28th, 30th. It's usually like right around there.
God, they get there's got to be some space in between. Like, I thought there was going to be some days in between, spring training. There was not no damn days.
March 28th.
See, there it is. Yeah. So we play the A's. We're in soon to be Vegas.
That's opening night. World Series champion Rangers will host the Cubbies.
Yeah. Then April 8th is we play the White Sox.
Yeah. Should be rainy and like 31. It'll be perfect.
Should be a real shit show.
Hey, and it'll still sell out because everybody's going to go get drunk and it'll be plenty warm anyway.
Nobody's going.
Hey, sit in the cheap seats and get some beers.
The cheap seats.
Right? That's where it's at, bro. That's where it's at. Anyway, I do apologize. I love baseball, man, and it's coming. I love it.
I know you do. I know.
It's a great sport, dude.
It is a good sport. I'm not saying it's not. It's a good sport. Look, she said had some dope gear. It was all starter gear. I mean, yeah, they had some good ass gear for the Alliance. Then they was just trash.
Hey, I remember my sweet like starter pullover jacket. You remember those?
I got a starter Browns jacket. It's not a pullover one, but I got a starter one right here.
Remember those starter pullover jackets?
One in my basement.
Yeah, Don just.
He had the big pocket. Those are great.
Don's a Lions fan.
Oh well.
He was a little sad last weekend.
I bet he was. I think a lot of America was sad. Except for the Niners fans. I mean, Red Jet, she had the Lions winning, and then the Niners won.
I just thought it would have been cool to see Detroit in there, man. Like, I don't know, it's a different team. Like, and no offense, dude. Like, hey, KC fans, congrats. Niners fans, congrats. But man, and it's every other team's fault. But damn, it's always the same ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would have loved.
We don't fault y'all for being good. It's just we want to see different. And that's why I like this season so much, because you really didn't know until it happened.
Yeah.
Like the Lions could and should have been in there, but the Niners ended up being. I mean, the Bills should have beat the Chiefs, but the Chiefs won. I mean, it's just
right.
You had a lot of mystery.
We talked about it, dude. Listen, it's all about getting on the roll at the right time.
It is.
And that's why I thought Baltimore had it, because they hit that, sixth gear, dude, and I thought they were rolling. That's why I thought they had it. I thought they were going without a doubt.
Yeah, well, they showed their ass. Just like Cleveland.
I was wrong.
Just like Cleveland.
Yeah, well.
I was calling them Detroit Browns.
Yeah, Detroit Browns. That's what Don was calling them.
Oh my God!
Especially in that second half.
I'm like, oh my goodness, they're gonna lose.
What was the score at halftime? I can't even remember. What were they at? 20, 21, something like that?
It was 24-3,
I think it was 24-7 at halftime.
24-7. Yeah, it was by 17. Yeah.
Okay. I really just I kind of thought, man, they might have this shit wrapped up.
Oh yeah, I thought too.
You know,
Everybody thought that.
I hate to bring it back up, but man, that was the game. Like the Chiefs Baltimore game was. It felt like it was one of the most boring games I watched.
Again, felt scripted as shit. I couldn't stand it.
I agree, 100%. That game could have ended 3-0, and it would have felt the same as it would have 52-50. It just felt.
Yep.
I don't know.
It didn't feel right at all. It didn't feel like Baltimore was playing the way they should have played at all. So you're like, what is going on here? Are they really just allowing Patty Mahomes to get back in the Super Bowl?
Are they really just Lamar Jackson standing there with 50 open yards in front of him and he's not going to run?
Yeah, it was weird. That game was very, very, very weird.
Yeah, forget even boring. It was just weird as shit. It was just a weird-ass game, bro.
Yeah.
So, back to the NBA for a minute. It's not even All-Star time yet, but give me your top East and West team. Who do you got? Who do you think's the best in the East, and who's the best in the West right now? On the spot, baby. On the spot. Put you on the spot.
Listen, I still think Denver's the best in the West. Even though the Timberwolves are up there record-wise, and you have, teams fighting and everything, I still think Denver's the best. Huh?
Oklahoma City looks real good.
Yeah, they do. But again, to me, they don't have the experience. So when it does come down to it, I think they're going to get hurt in the playoffs. They may make some noise, but I think they still inevitably lose. But I think Denver's still, they're still doing their thing. There's games here and there where they lose, but again, they still do what they do.
Listen, when you're putting Jokic and fucking Jamal out there every night, yeah, you kind of got it. Back to Oklahoma City for a second. I would love to see them make one trade it doesn't even have to be a stud, but some sort of veteran presence for that team.
And a big man.
You know what I mean? Like if you
could big man veteran presence.
Like back in the day, like get a Kendrick Perkins type of player. Like somebody that's been in the league that'll go out for, 15, 20 minutes a game. He's going to get you 17 fouls and 2 rebounds, but he's a vet and he's going to help them young guys. Because you're right, they are young.
You know who I would like there? Al Horford.
See, he's not it for me. He's not from I'm talking like I want somebody like a little vocal. Al Horford's a great player, but I'm looking at that young ass team who actually is really good. I think they need a little more physicality also. And Al Horford's not like
he's not very physical. I was just looking at he can go out there, play some minutes, and hit a couple threes and be there for you.
They should have traded for fucking Steven Adams instead of bring
him back home.
Yeah. That's the type of dude that you would.
That trade, I didn't understand that with Oklahoma. That's what makes me think they're selling out now. So they trade Steven Adams. They get 2 second-rounders and Victor Oladipo. I don't know why they make the move because they're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to make the playoffs. Now, if I am Cavs GM, I make a call to Memphis and I say, I got Evan Mobley. I got this. We want Jaren Jackson.
Yep.
We want Jaren Jackson to come here and we're going to give up whatever the hell needs to be done. Because if they're selling off pieces, they're gaining pieces. Shit, I'd even give them a first. Screw it. No, we're giving them Evan. That's the first. Give them Evan. Send them someone else too. Who else do they need?
You're not giving Mobley and a first.
Yeah, give him Evan. Give him a second-round pick. Maybe 2, whatever the hell ever.
Besides the fact, I don't even think the Cavs have a first-round pick until
No, we do.
2047 at this point. I think they traded them all away.
No, we don't. We got them. We had one last year. All that's over with now. We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
So, give them the 2 second-rounders they just lost in that trade. Or they
And
just
they're
gained
still
2 second round.
and they're getting a good young player in Mobley.
Get him Evan, give him 2 seconds. Shit, even throw in Isaac Okoro if you really want to.
I kind of like his defense.
I love Isaac, but I mean, if that and Evan will give us Jaren Jackson without actually giving up anything else, I'm okay with that.
See, I don't know. I really, really, really like the way Okoro's been playing. He went. He
Do you like Okoro without Donovan Mitchell?
I like Okoro's defense still without Donovan Mitchell.
So
listen, let's not pretend that Donovan Mitchell is some like great facilitator. Donovan Mitchell will score 45 points and have 2 assists. He's not like he's not.
He's averaging 7 assists.
That's because DG wasn't there.
He's been averaging it all year.
DG hasn't played most of the year.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
Do you know what I like? Donovan Mitchell's averaging 2 steals a game.
I don't have a giant erection over Donovan Mitchell.
All I know is if Donovan Mitchell walks, it's just going to be shit ball for a while.
Well, we talked about that. You can't let him walk. If you know for sure that he's going to go, you have to trade him. You have to get something.
Yeah, but they're not going to trade him. Not with the way the team's playing right now. They're definitely not doing that.
And that's where you're stuck.
That's why you got to trade off. I'm willing to trade Okoro and Mobley and go get Jaren Jackson because if you bring a guy like Jaren Jackson, put him here next to J.A., that could be a piece that helps Donovan Mitchell stay.
How old's Jaren Jackson? 4 years in the league? Something like that? 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, he's young. He's young, dude.
Young. So, does that make us better when Mitchell walks still?
Yes, I think we're still a good team with him, with Jaren Jackson.
I think Mobley is also, I'm not saying not to trade him. I think Mobley's a better player without Mitchell.
I think Jaren Jackson is what Mobley could be in 3 years.
Yes, I think if you trade for Jaren Jackson, you're getting Mobley right now.
Yeah, we're getting Mobley what we need right now. But Jaren Jackson is also, I mean, the dude had, he scored, he was 20 and something, had like 3 blocks. He did double-double against us.
He's a tough player. He's a good player.
I love him. Michigan State player, so you know he's tough.
I just don't know if Mobley 2 seconds and Okoro love him.
No, if we're doing Okoro 2 with it, I'm just giving Mobley and Okoro.
Man, I'm not.
I would love to just give Mobley in 2 seconds.
Yes, I would do that in a heartbeat because I.
But I feel like there's going to be a third team involved, and maybe we'll have to get rid of Dean Wade. May have to go.
See ya.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Now Brooklyn was looking at him, so all right, we facilitate Dean Wade to Brooklyn, get a second there, throw in one of our seconds of Mobley, whatever. However it's got to get done. I would love to have Jaren Jackson on the squad. If Oklahoma, not Oklahoma, but if Memphis is willing to just start getting rid of people.
If you keep Okoro and you get Jaren Jackson, you actually have people that can play defense. Because right now, you have nobody that plays defense besides Okoro.
Well, you got Jared Allen with blocks.
And J.A.
And you got Okoro. I mean, like I said, Mitchell is averaging 2 steals a game. That's third in the league.
That's number 1 in the league right now.
Who?
The Cavs defense is number 1 in the NBA.
I heard something that.
Oh, bro, I think we're number 2. Number 1's New York right now in the past month.
Bro, Knicks are playing out of their mind if you want to go that
They're 14-2, 15-2. But, I mean, we're right there on their ass with it because we've only lost, I don't know what we've been in the, however it is. I think we only lost 1 more game.
Than New York?
Yeah, in the last however long.
And we know that, but nobody else is ever gonna know that because it's New York. You know what I mean? We're Cleveland.
Yeah.
So we could have 1 more win than them, and you're still not gonna hear about us. You're gonna hear about the Knicks because Brunson's out there, doing his thing. Forget Mitchell, it's like he doesn't exist, even though we're playing just as well as the Knicks right now. Mitchell's playing just as well as Brunson right now, but you ain't gonna hear about it. On top of the fact that we were playing that well without Garland and Mobley.
Exactly. That you got Sam Merrill, Craig Porter Jr. in there, Dean Wade.
Dean Wade. I love that dude.
George Niang.
Hey, I like Niang.
I like all them guys. I even like Dean Wade. He's been coming out. He's a big man. He can shoot a 3. Great.
Yes, I'm.
Brooklyn
I'm
wants
very,
him.
very disappointed in the Max Strus signing. He has not shown me anything this year. He is so up and down. It's ridiculous.
And I think that had a lot to do with Mobley and Garland getting injured because at the beginning of the year, he was balling.
Yes, I agree.
And that's because he didn't have to play big. Mobley played big. So that changed everything.
Strus was handling the ball a little bit more than he ever should without DG in there too.
Yeah. So I think once all this settles down, I think Strus will go back to being okay. I think everything will figure itself out. I think we'll be good.
Like we paid him a lot of money, which don't get me wrong.
He got a lot of money.
Any NBA player right now gets a lot of money for 8 points and 6 rebounds. You're getting, $14 million a year. It seems like anymore.
All the money.
It's like MLB. If you hit 40 homers last year and batted 180, you're getting $50 million a year.
$2 million. Oh man, Ohtani getting $2 million. That's what he gets.
Yeah, and then for 400 years after he retires, he gets $700 million a year.
What's Red Jet? Red Jet, you talking about music? Well, where you at? Music ain't shit. I have all the old school stuff playing.
What?
Yeah, new stuff sucks. New music sucks nowadays. It's all old school is where it's at.
There's some good new shit out there, dude.
Nah, not really.
What do you listen to?
Like new people, not new. Like new rappers or new musicians suck.
So, how far would you consider new? Like, is Kevin Gates new?
No.
Kevin Gates is the shit.
I like some of Kevin Gates' stuff, yes.
He's it.
Yeah, new stuff by old rappers is good because it's the same stuff we're used to getting.
Yeah, that's our vibe. Like, that's our.
Yeah, the concept of that is great. Even new stuff from whether it's a rock band or whether it's some country, we're used to that music. That's what we like. Like people are so hard pressed on Jelly Roll, and I love Jelly Roll. Thing is, they don't know Jelly Roll from what he used to be. Everybody thinks he's new. He's not new to scene. He just went to jail for a while, and he was underground for a long time.
No,
it's like
he's new to 99.5 and 96.5.
Yes, he's new to that. And then like Tech Nine, nobody knows a lot about Tech Nine because he was so underground and made his own label and said, "Shut up, I'm not signing with nobody. I signed my own damn self." And he did that. And now every rapper knows who Tech Nine is and has had him around. And now they started knowing who the hell he was. They started seeing him. And he didn't go mainstream. He became mainstream himself. It's a big difference between what they do now.
Tech Nine's a shit.
I love Tech Nine. The whole strange music. I went to his concert down here. I love his concerts because you're in an intimate theater.
Yeah.
You're close. You're not at some huge 50,000 seating stadium.
I hate not at Blossom.
Yes, I hate that. And some concerts are great like that. You could be outside walking around, chilling. Cool. But when I go to see like someone like a Tech or even a Jelly Roll, I mean, Jelly Roll was at like Blossom, but I mean, that would be okay. But if he was more in an intimate setting before, it was great. Like I've seen some of these guys that have come out and become big. I've seen them in that intimate setting. And it's just so much better to listen to music that way. Even sports. People say, "Oh, well, I'm going to go to this game and it'll be going to Staples Center or the Garden." That's great. But I almost rather see him in a different setting. Like I love going to Rocket Mortgage, the Gund, because again, it's a different setting. It's not all that prissy bougie garbage. Just like going to the Jake. Again, it's not all that stupid shit.
I agree.
And I mean, that's the big difference. Like you go to some of these colleges, North Carolina, Duke, huge shit.
I have never been to a college football or college basketball game.
Well, what you're going to do is bring your ass down here in March. We're going to go to the first. I'm being serious. They do the first four March Madness tournament. It's always in Dayton.
Oh, yeah.
20 minutes up the road from me, dude.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
And that's on a Thursday, Friday, ain't it?
No. It's on a Tuesday, Wednesday.
Is it really?
Or it's on a Wednesday.
I guess I'll have to take Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday off.
Taking the whole week, fuck it. Fuck it, because then we'll just go around and watch the whole beginning of the tournament.
Well,
I got places.
My dream, I want to go see the Buckeyes play. I want to go to the shoe.
Well, guess what we're going to do next year? Jay went this year. He went and saw them. He sat up in the stands and saw them play Rutgers, I think it was.
I don't care who they play. I just want to go.
Oh, yeah. He was in the cheap seats for real. He was up in there.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't need to go to like OSU, Michigan. I don't need.
Oh yeah, no, just it doesn't matter. You just want to go for the significance of it. It's like a bucket list thing. You want to go to the stadium and see that team play.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to go see Lambeau.
Nah, look at this.
Field. Like certain fields, I would love to go see. You know.
Red Jess says, I need them cheap seats to the Super Bowl.
Hey, I think the cheap seats to the Super Bowl are still like $10,000.
The cheap seats to the Super Bowl at your house in your own couch watching it. That's your cheap seat.
Feet up, beer cave with the Miller Lite.
Yeah, because you're paying for your food, the beer, and that cable that you're watching it on. So that's the cheap seat.
Hey, and I'm warm and comfortable. Ain't
yeah, you could.
Me. I'm good.
You could be balls out, just chilling, watching football.
You never know. You never know.
So let's get something together. We'll do that. We're going to bring Jay along. We're going to have Jay. We're going to go sit, watch some college basketball.
I love it.
I'm working on getting press passes for things. Trying to get that. We can go sit on the field somewhere. We can go talk to all these players in the locker rooms. I'm doing everything I can. And now, especially after today, no need to talk about it more than ever. Will I be doing 1,000% into this?
Hey,
but I need everybody to understand something.
Hey, you know all you got to do right here, bro. I got you.
We're going to do all this. Right here. This is a whole show. This is its own entity, an own podcast. This is the Cheap Seats podcast. We just don't say podcast. It is a podcast that's under the Man Cave Media.
Right.
We have other shows, The Old Man and the Kid. We have Sports Madness. We have Relax Wednesday. We're starting a new NBA show here soon in a couple weeks. It's going to be called The Block. Me and Jay, and then Beer Cave, you're more than welcome to come on.
I'm in.
I want to start a show for baseball and just strictly baseball and call it The Mound. Call it The Mound. Call it The Mound because that's where the game starts and the game ends.
I like the bullpen better. Can we call it the bullpen?
I think too many people use that name.
You think so?
Yeah, that's why I said The Mound, because it starts on the mound, it ends on the mound, literally.
Yeah. Listen, I don't care what it's called. You guys ask me to talk baseball, I'm in, baby. Beer Cave's there. You feel me? Beer Cave is in, bro.
Well, then that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. We got a wrestling show that's probably coming.
I was just going to say, I was going to mention wrestling shows too. We've been talking about doing some
wrestling show. Yes, that's going to be coming. I've been in talks with that. And I just talked to a guy that knows his hockey, and he's going to be down to join our shows. Come on, be the hockey guy for all Man Cave Media. Again, Man Cave Media is the business.
Correct.
The podcasts are underneath Man Cave Media.
There's the side shows off of the.
Sports Madness and the Man Cave podcast is the first. Everything else is around it.
Yeah.
Man Cave Media.
The Cheap Seats is a branch off of Man Cave Media.
Yes. That's what people need to understand. It's not just a show that we have. It's not the same two guys doing every show.
No.
That's what people need to get. They need to understand that.
I don't think they
get it. The Cheap Seats. That's what we are. Because the story is, when you go to the Cheap Seats, you enjoy yourself. You become lifelong friends with strangers you've never met. You tell stories. You have fun. You talk sports. You talk shit. You root. You hug. You high five. Fist bump. And at the end of that game, you exchange numbers and you see each other again and meet up outside of that game. That is what the Cheap Seats about. That is what this show is about. And that's how we're going to do this.
That's it. That's why we're here.
That's exactly why we're here. That's exactly how this works. But again, what do we got next week? We got the day before the Super Bowl.
Yes, we do.
Ooh, so it's going to be a lot of 49ers Chiefs talk next week. We're going to be big into it. Maybe we'll see what happens. We're going to try to bring somebody on. Maybe. I don't know. I'll see what I can stir up. But we are definitely going to talk a lot of football next week. We're going to talk and lead up to it all, have a good show about a whole good chunk about the Niners, a whole good chunk about the Chiefs. And we're not going to talk about Taylor Swift. We're not going to talk about her being there.
Listen, whatever, dude. You know, whatever, man. Yeah, we're good. Now, how come nobody talked about Eminem being at the Lions games?
Oh, because he was flicking out the crowd. Look at Red Jet. Oh, that conversation. Back to my nap. Hey, listen, man. I know how you are with your Niners. It's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right.
Hey, do you see? Speaking of Niners, the fullback, what's his Jersich or whatever his name?
Oh
is?
yeah, Jersific.
His wife got the approval to use the logos from the NFL teams on all her like fucking shit that she's making and shit. That's pretty cool.
Dude, I want one of those jackets.
Donnie, did you see those?
Those jackets are great.
The fullback for them, his wife.
She's the designer.
Yeah, she made that coat that Taylor Swift was wearing.
Oh yeah, so now everybody.
Look, Red Jet said, "I just want to see this finally happen."
Swifties.
Juice. His wife got a deal with the NFL. Yep, Juice. They call his nickname. I need her puffer vest like yesterday. Yes. Listen, the vest looks cool. I won't wear it. I like that jacket that Twilight dude had on for the Lions.
I didn't see it.
Oh, dude, that jacket. Look that up when you see the photos of it. Yeah, this cool ass Lions jacket because he's a big Detroit guy, I guess. Dude, they look cool as hell. That's the type of jacket I would like for like a Browns jacket. That'd be cool as shit. So hopefully she makes some cool Brown stuff and it's affordable. I know it was a Lions jacket, Red Jet. It's that can't think of the actor's name, but he played the wolf in the Twilight series.
I don't know. Their guy. Twilight.
Played the wolf in the Twilight series.
He dated Taylor Swift.
I don't know. I don't even know how to.
Tyler. His name's Tyler something.
I don't know. I was gonna go on there and try to find the jacket online real quick. I don't know.
We'll find it. We can show it next week.
You gotta give me some Swifty jackets.
Hey, do you know what we showed at the beginning of the show? Because we were talking about it last week. The fucking Sean Taylor hitting the Pro Bowl when he laid out the fucking punter.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we showed that. You know what?
One more time.
I don't know if we can go one more time. Let me see.
That's the greatest hit ever, dude.
Why is it not? What happened here? Oh, here we go.
Find it. We could watch that little Pee Wee football game hit again too. That's pretty vicious too.
I don't know if we got. I'm trying to get there as fast as I can with this.
Hey, you're good, bro. Ain't no biggie.
Let's see.
Hey, before we end, I just want to say appreciate y'all jumping in, listening, hanging out with us. Again, one more thank you to Northeast Streaming Sports App for inviting us on to Roku TV now with you. Appreciate it very much.
Oh, yes. That's a big shout out to them. Big shout out.
Big salute to you guys. Appreciate it.
Now let's put this on. Here you go. Let's see them. Oh.
Ain't showing nothing but your YouTube homepage.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's all it's showing, brother.
What the hell?
That's all right.
It got messed up. All right, yeah.
Hey, y'all go check it out, though, because you're going to watch it over and over and over again.
Yeah, we showed it at the beginning. Go back, rewatch the show. Watch the beginning of the show. You'll see it about 100 times.
And it's fantastic every time you see it, too.
But, again, we appreciate y'all for stopping by. We love you joining the chat. Randy, Red Jet, everybody. Again, Check us out. Give us a like, subscribe. Check out our shows. We got 2 tomorrow. The Old Man and the Kid. Sports Man is tomorrow. Tomorrow, check us out. Again, if you like what you hear, hit the notifications so you know when we're coming. If you want to hear more and see more, even the reels and shorts, hit that subscribe button. And as always, hit that thumbs up, baby. Hit that thumbs up. And salute to y'all.
CheapSeats out.